Burnley 0, Manchester United 1, and the Red Devils are up and running again. Hey guys, it's Izzy, and you know what it is? It is Football Saturday. You know the drill. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But for right now, let's concentrate on the day that Manchester United had. After a week that saw them lose to Brighton and lose to Bayern Munich, they finally got a victory. Burnley kind of aided them in this game simply because Burnley started off very well. They had the majority of the possession, but they did not show any incisiveness. And eventually, Manchester United kind of grew into the game. Now, in the beginning, I think Burnley had at some point, they had about 57% possession. And that is very unusual for them against Manchester United. But one thing that we could tell is that Manchester United were already low on confidence and they just did not want to concede the first goal. Considering the week they had, especially at Bayern Munich when they went 3-1 down, I thought they would have the ability to win this game simply because they showed a lot more fight and grit in the last 10 minutes of that game than they showed in the whole entirety of the first 80 minutes. Burnley needed to try and strike first to give themselves any opportunity in trying to win this game. The fact that they tried to play a more possession-based type of football would have given them a chance to hold on to that 57% of the ball much more and eventually try to eke out a narrow win. But as it was, Manchester United did have a goal ruled out for offside, but that was a sign of things to come. Eventually, Bruno Fernandes did score. And by that point, Manchester United had grown enough into the game for them to now push forward. And when the second half came in, the game ebbed and flowed. And while Burnley huffed and puffed, they did not ever seem as though they were going to come back into the game. Now, Vincent Kompany tried to make a couple of changes. He brought on Rodriguez, but Burnley didn't do much different from what they had in the first half. They did hit the post, and that did give Manchester United a little bit of a scare. Eventually, the nerves calmed down, and Andre Onana had to make one or two saves, conventional though, and eventually Manchester United got their just desserts, a win. Burnley, on the other hand, are now firmly in danger. Everton's win today, where they showed a little bit more guile and tact in going forward, is going to stand them in good stead. However, now for the three promoted teams, we are clearly seeing that they are all struggling. And while a lot of people had a lot of hopes for Vincent Kompany at the start of the season, it is now very clear that he does not have the squad to play the type of football he wants to play. Time to now switch from being idealistic to pragmatic. He cannot be Pep Guardiola at the bottom of the table because you cannot afford to keep losing points the same way they have been losing. So while it was impressive that they did go toe-to-toe with Manchester United and even beat them in possession stats for a vast majority of the game, they still came up with nothing. And 1 point from the games that they have played so far is not going to be enough. And eventually they will need to try and topple one of the sides that they're playing against at the bottom. As far as Manchester United are concerned, this is going to be a nice soothing balm for them. It's probably going to quiet down the fans and their anger at management at the moment. Most people haven't turned on Ten Hag, and it would be pretty stupid to turn on him so early on in the season. But he needs to get more results because Brighton are not slacking. Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester City are not slacking, and they can easily find themselves outside of that top five. And quite feasibly, if the likes of Aston Villa or West Ham do challenge, well, they might find themselves in 6th, 7th, or 8th. But that is all I have for right now. The game was pretty self-explanatory. Manchester United just needed to keep ahead. They just needed to make sure that they don't lose this game. I personally feel as though a draw would not have been the worst result coming off of the week they did, but a win has done them an extreme amount of good. So what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you tomorrow as Arsenal take on Tottenham and review some of the fixtures that are going to take place tomorrow. It's been your boy Izzy. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your time. Peace.